Hello, everyone, and welcome to Red United TV. It's your boy, Ivorian Spice, and welcome to the Catch Up Volume 38. The Premier League is back, international break is over. Another week for us. Yes, us Manchester United holics of our our beloved team, Manchester United. And of course, you see me here with my boy Amuk, you're thinking, what the hell is going on right now? Like, obviously, your boy just recently moved. No broadband at the moment, so the show must run on. It's the show must go, and I'm with my boy using up his name because why? Kind of my neighbor now. You get me? Just down the road. Like now, of course, guys. Remember, if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, smash that like button. Remember to share because sharing Ivorian Spice is scary. And if you're new to the show, this is the show that we talk about the hottest and latest debates surrounding our beloved club, Manchester United. And also, we look at the previous match that just happened. We talk about the match, we analyze the match, and of course, we go on to the Premier League roundup, ending off with the match previews. And of course, my favorite part of the show, which is Game of the Week, where we talk about our Game of the Week. We have here, of course, Amuk. We've got a special guest, Ems, and of course, Jegs as usual. Welcome back because he was absent last week. You get me? So let me just start off straight. Amuk, what are you saying, fam?
Right. I think I'm good, Ain't 100%, but I think I'm all right after yesterday. That's all right.
And we got Jegs out here. My dog, Jegs, how you, bro? How you been this week? How's Easter for you, fam?
The Easter's been good. Got to see loved ones. I'm refreshed from the international break. It's just good to have Premier League back,
And of course, we have Doms. M's,
Cool,
my G. Of course, we've worked before on Shingy's show. We would like to welcome him as a special guest to the Catch Up podcast. Welcome,
Ems.
How are you doing?
I'm all right, man. Obviously, you got to watch the beloved Man United yesterday. But yeah, Easter holidays, it was all right. Nice rest. Now we crack on for the new week,
Sure. And of course, guys, again, happy Easter. I hope you guys had a lovely Easter and a lovely dinner and a lovely time with the family, especially, And the kids, of course, I hope you got many Easter eggs and a lot of treats. But let's go straight into it. Manchester United 2, Brighton 1. Manchester United got the 3 points. However, the performance itself, shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was the worst performance out of the whole 90 minutes. But again, we got the 3 points. That's what really matters. My special guest, Ems. Of course, we will dive deeply into the match. So I just want to get your feel of what you thought the match was. Of course, we're going to talk about the performance. We're going to talk about certain players. So just don't go deep in it. Just let me know exactly what you thought of that match.
Well, like you just said, innit? Like we got the result, but the performance, mate. Let me tell you, I've seen so many of that performance, throughout this season. So it doesn't even surprise me. Like no pattern of play. Like it was just like, how would I say, a bunch of individuals just getting on the pitch to play football, in my opinion, especially in the first half. But like everyone says, it's about getting the result in this time of the season, isn't it?
Yes. Definitely, it's about getting a result this time of the season. Ems wasn't impressed with that game. I'm going to pass it to my boy Amok. Of course, I'm sure you got a lot of things to say about that game, but of course, let's just get what you thought about that game first of all before we go deep into the game itself.
You said it all yesterday as soon as the game started. The first 5 minutes, you said freestyle football.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we saw from the starting to 90-minute freestyling. No constructive football, and it hurt to see us play that way, though. So for me, it was a terrible match, but I'm really excited about the 3 point. It was a good 3 point, a very good Easter as well.
Yes, and of course, you got Jacob OC saying hi to everyone. Big up to Jacob OC. We see you, bro. And Jex, exactly. Let me pass it straight on to you, my bro. You watched the game. You saw the 90 minutes. We all watched together. What do you think of that game, man?
Bro, it was such a boring game, man. Like nowadays, I'm having to drink coffee instead of drinking beer when I'm watching my team play. And you lot are laughing, but But you lot are laughing, but it's true though. I'm actually backing Coffee before I watch United because, like what Ems just said, there's no pattern of play. It's like there's individuals on the pitch just trying different things. When people have the ball in the final third, there's not much movement off the ball. Like players aren't bursting the gut to try and break run past the last man. It's not good enough. But we got the 3 points. That is the main thing at this late stage of the season. So we can't complain too much.
And exactly so, as my boy Jake said, we got the 3 points. Let's go dive into that game because let's talk about the performance itself because the performance was lackluster. I understand that it was international week, of course, guys, and everyone's just come back and it always affects the players' fatigue and also their performance, especially. But against a team like Brighton, I know we struggled to beat Brighton the previous game. And we won after 90 minutes, which again, I'm surprised. I'm gonna remember that day where I can tell my child that Manchester United won a game after full time, even though it was a draw. Like we actually won after full time. But yeah, this game, especially the way we started the first 45 minutes, going a goal down and to come back. I am tired of seeing Manchester United coming back. Just 1 second, we've got Jacob Olsey that is saying that every game we play, there's a lack of off the ball runs behind the defense, etc. Shaw, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Rashford, Greenwood received the ball in the safe areas too. Not enough energy when the team parks the bars. I'm going to throw that question straight. What do you think about that, Jex, about what Jacob OC said?
Spot on, man. It's spot on. It's exactly what I said earlier. The team are not taking risks. You're not going to progress well if you can't take risks. If you're not to be making runs to create space for others and also potentially get you in, then we're just going to be seeing this side to side. Well-drilled teams are happy to sit back with players not making runs at them, you know? So it just needs to improve. Jacob got it spot on. We need a big improvement. And that comes from the training ground. That comes from the individuals using their brains. That comes from a lot of different things. But we're struggling to beat Brighton, guys. This is not good, man. You know, it's not good.
Yeah, indeed. We are struggling to beat Brighton. I'm going to go straight to you, Ems. You've got Jacob saying that, of course, every game we lack off the ball runs, which is absolutely true. Running behind the defense and etc. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, even though Shaw has been trying to, break the lines and etc. He's been trying, but we would like to see the same thing for Aaron Wan-Bissaka and also our wide forward because they don't do none of that. What do you think of what Jacob's saying? Do you agree with him?
I agree, but I think you already knew when you buying Wan-Bissaka, you already knew what he was gonna get. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's a defensive fullback, like he ain't no. Do you know what I mean? He's not really a modern day fullback. And for me, with him, I just don't really see him improving that much going forward. Like it's like what do I call it? It's like he's got roller skates on when he's got the football on his feet. Like have you seen? He looks very uncomfortable. So I don't know how he was a winger before and now man's a right back. I don't understand. Someone else to explain that to me. Sure, like I don't know, innit? But I just feel like everyone can make the excuse about it's the international break and all this stuff, but I mean, from this season and last season, I don't see too much different. The only difference is we're now picking up the results against the smaller team. But everything else is still the same. Like it's like almost watching paint dry. The football is not that great. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like everyone talk about Mourinho's football, but let's be honest here, it's not much of a difference. Like Solskjaer's conning us, bro. In my opinion. Like how are we playing? How are we playing against Brighton? 2 defensive midfielders every game. Every game is 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1. Like every week we're playing Prime Barcelona. Like when we let the handbrake go and say, you know what, we're gonna play 4-3-3, 1 defensive midfielder, have Bruno on one side, Pogba on the other side. You're wasting a man's talent. Our best footballer, in Pogba. Man puts him either out wide or defensive mid. Who does that? And no one questions it. But if that was Mourinho doing that, he'll get hammered.
It's crazy. It's crazy how the people don't even recognize, especially with the media and the press, of playing Paul Pogba on the right. And I saw your reaction when he said, exactly, when he was talking about the team and Mork. Do you have anything to add to that?
Now, all I got to emphasize on a little bit was what you said. From Mourinho's era to what we've got at this present moment, I haven't seen that much of a difference. It's for me still the same counter-attacking football. But what all he does is he let his player be more freestyle. He gives his player a bit of more freedom to do what exactly they want to do on the ball. So that's when individual brilliance comes in. So if you said the football haven't changed from last season to this season, that's just because of individual brilliance. And that's what we've known our team for. Individuality shows in every week. Yesterday, I did say to the guys, I said, guys, we are gonna win this match. Even when we got packed in first half, like early, I said we are gonna win this match. You just know. Just individually, because I know we got, if you put from the first starting 11 from United and the first starting 11 to Brighton, of course we are gonna win.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I agree as well. In terms of the performance, especially in this first half, man, it was really worrying the fact that we didn't do much against Brighton, and then Brighton getting the first goal, especially Danny Welbeck again coming to haunt us and scoring against us. He must really like it. He must be enjoying it, because I'm there thinking you shouldn't be doing this here. You should show some love. But then again, we done him dirty, so he has all the rights. And in terms of the way the team was trying to create, or lack of ability to create anything, I'm going to throw it to you, Jex. Are you concerned with the team ability to create chances going forward now?
No. I'm used to this. This is what I've been seeing for time and time. You know, with the last couple of years under Oli, it's been a roller coaster ride. We can have 4 amazing games, then the next 4 games we're dead. For me, I'm more concerned with what's happening in the transfer market and the fact that over the last 10 years, we've wasted £1 billion and not brought in the correct players. We still need a right winger. I'm more concerned with the transfer market than I am with the lack of creativity, because I've been seeing this. Without Bruno, what's going to happen? I've been saying it, you know? So that's where my concerns lie. This, I'm used to it. These performances, I'm used to it.
So, guys, as I said, Jason is saying that he's used to it. He's more concerned about what's going to happen in the transfer window. Whether you agree or not, let us know. Remember, if you are watching, please remember to subscribe and also smash that like button. I'm going to go straight to you, Ems.
Yeah.
Of course, with Manchester United being unable to create open chances and clear-cut chances and all sorts, especially with having the likes of Fred, Bruno, and also Pogba in midfield. Now, I'll ask you again, is it the players or is it the coaches? Which one do you think it is? Or is the reason why we create chances?
Personally, the buck always starts with the boss, yeah? He picks this 11, yeah? Yeah. And my thing is, yeah, everyone said I got some agenda, yeah, but that £80 million fridge, yeah. Let me tell you something. let me tell you something, yeah. I honestly believe we will not progress here with this man as my captain. For me, when you pay that sort of money, yeah, he's meant to improve the defense, yeah, bring us higher up the pitch, but instead we have to play, as I keep saying before, 2 defensive mid to protect that £8 million signing. We're at Manchester United Football Club, yeah. The badge here, Man United Football Club, yeah. You're meant to be able to defend 1v1. Instead of we have to flip in, protect the back 2. So of course we've got to protect the back 2. We can't get high up the pitch. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So for me, it's just worrying. It's worrying, man. I'm proper worried, man. So for me, I just think it's a mixture of more of the coach than the players. I feel like they're not getting coached properly. Like I just don't see what they coach in training. The same with set pieces, bro. We always concede set pieces.
True.
So I don't know, I don't know, man. Sometimes I'm proper worried and for me, in my opinion, mate, if we don't reach the objectives, in my opinion, which is top 3 and a trophy, which is the Europa League we can only win now, I think he should be reviewed. Then, in my opinion, if we don't get the trophy, he should go. In my opinion.
Honestly speaking, I see you with your thumbs up. Amok, do you have anything to add to that? Because I asked him, who is it? Is it the players? Because we had a very good midfield yesterday playing. Fred, Pogba, and Bruno.
Do you want to say the manager, but I could also say the system, but he brings up the system, the manager, like you just said before.
We don't have a system, though.
They have a system.
We don't have a system. Like, it's on the,
But you have a system.
now.
Tell the players, pick your first starting 11, tell them to get in and do what they're good at. That's the system. And everything you said about how we play is true. And Jegs, let me just emphasize a little bit about when you said that you've seen this week in, week out, you're not surprised. We all ain't surprised. Yesterday, I couldn't even watch the match, half of the match, because I already knew what was happening. I predicted the match.
Yeah.
So if we can predict our matches week in, week out, what's the point of we having the manager like Oli, which we can always tell what he's going to do? Yeah. I've always said this. Oli is not competent enough to be the manager at Manchester United. Forget sentiment. Forget everything. Like M said, the badge. It means a lot. During Ferguson's era, we've seen us play with 4 defenders. We didn't have no midfielder to do defensive work. We had midfielders to do attacking work. Like we had Ray King, we had Paul Scholes. These people ain't known for defensive work. They're known for attacking. If you say Paul Scholes, it's some of his brilliant goals.
Yeah.
Ray King is leadership. Like when you said about the 80 million guy, I don't like that money's too much for that person. But like me and you got the same mentality about how the club is going. I can see that today. Your foots are clearly my type of foot. Like we need improvement, major improvement.
And can I furthermore, I like to say, in the transfer market the last few years, I think we've been the bitch boys. Like how can Leicester Football Club, say, right, they're only gonna get Maguire £80 million. If I'm Man United Football Club, we have offer 50 million, they don't want it, they can fuck off. And we're, so excuse my French, and we are gonna go and find another target. I'm not 80 million. Come on, £80 million. How can this guy be the most defensive defender in the world? He's not probably top 5 in the Premier League, but we made this guy the most expensive defender in the world.
Okay, I've got Jacob saying here, who's watching live with us. He said, I feel like some of our players like Rashford, Martial, Greenwood look for the ball into the feet in less dangerous areas than look to penetrate from deep with 1-2s and dribbles. It's too difficult. Sometimes it works, maybe because Rashford's left foot isn't good. We see come from short and stay inside instead of come up to the byline and got the stop speed of Sterling either. So what I'm trying to say is that players like Rashford, Martial, Greenwood conduct themselves like strikers, like dribblers and shooters, not playmakers who ask questions with their off-the-ball movement, which is absolutely true. It's true. I always say, thank you, Jacob, for that one. I always say that these guys, with their movements and all that kind of stuff, they're not good at it. They don't play like playmakers. And this, again, this can only be created if there was like an efficient pattern of play, an efficient system where they know when you need to be when they're good. They're given goals. Exactly so. Does anyone have anything to say in terms of what Jacob just said right there before we move it up to the man of the match and donkey of the match?
I think Jacob got that on.
I hear what you're saying, but with Rashford, another thing, my team with Oli, is that Rashford is not fit. Everyone can see that, and man persists on playing this guy. He's gonna ruin his career if he's not careful.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna injure that guy seriously. It's true.
I've been saying it a lot. I've been saying that, Marcus, just tell my man, like, listen, like, I need a break. Like, and Marcus himself, he told himself his own body he needs a break because you're gonna, like I was saying to the guys, he has an injury, shoulder injury, back injury, ankle injury. All of that affects your football playing abilities. I think that you're going to end up like Wayne Rooney, who got used and abused by Manchester United, playing all sorts of positions, playing while injured and all that kind of stuff, to fall off from the age of 30. You don't want that. You really don't want that, Marcus Rashford. Honestly speaking, He's just going to ruin himself. And Ollie as well, he doesn't do him any favors. Ollie will destroy another player just to save his job. Because at the end of the day, he needs Rashford to play. If Rashford said he's fit because he loves his football like everyone else, he'll play. And in regards to that game, I'm going to point straight to you, Amok. Who was your man of the match and who was your donkey of the match? Because my man of the match, Jacob, let us know who your man of the match was and your donkey of the match was. And guys, if you're watching again, let us know who your donkey of the match was and your man of the match was. Amok, who was your man of the match and donkey of the match?
To be honest with you, it's hard for me to pick man of the match, but I'll give it to Greenwood because his goal was decent still. I think he had a decent goal. Donkey of the match, go be the whole team. Just really play this first half. Just really play the first half. The whole team, from the keeper to the ever.
And of course, for me, my man of the match was obviously has to go to Greenwood because there was really nothing throughout, and no one impressed. Greenwood scoring the winner. Donkey of the match, I think the most least effective player was Fred. He had another awful game today, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. Ems, I'm going to throw it short to you. Who was your man of the match for that game, and also who was your donkey of the match?
You know what? You'd be surprised. I thought Mr. Victor Lindelof had a good game, in my opinion. Yeah, I think he had a good game. But I'll say between Victor and Greenwood, if I'm honest. And donkey, I don't know, man. It's tough. I think, you know what? I don't have this agenda, but I got the fridge. AWB, I think he wasn't that good, in my opinion.
I see. So Ems is saying AWB will be his donkey of the match. Lindelof Greenwood just missing just by a narrow. He's man of the match. We've got Jex here. Jex, who was your man of the match, and also who was your donkey of the match in that game against Brighton?
It was a close one between Greenwood and Luke Shaw, but I think Greenwood would have to nick it because he got us the winner, isn't it? Yeah. And the donkey, it's got to be Fred. Fred wasn't really effective in the middle. I might have given it to Maguire, but Fred was just a little bit more shit than Maguire, so it has to go Fred.
I did that. We've got Jacob OC saying Cavani's build-up was so poor. And also his man of the match, he has no idea. I don't blame him if he didn't have a man of the match because the performance was shit. Everyone else was shit. Yeah, but his donkey LO, I go with Cavani. Yeah, because Cavani build-up was poor. That's what he meant by that. And again, everyone always support on Cavani, this and that. It doesn't matter who you play up front.
I was going to say that.
Score. You will not score, bro. Not even Jesus can bang goals up front for us. He can't perform them miracles because that midfield will not help him, fam. Honestly speaking, Jesus can't do that, bro. He can't come and bang goals in our team.
But we've got very good midfield. We've got Pogba. We've got Bruno. We've got either go for me. I know Matic is a bit old. It's a bit tired-legged. But I rather see Matic than Freddie McTominay. That's just me. Because I see the class.
No, don't say that.
I see more decent football.
Please.
I'm just saying. I see more decent football than what we have to do. All we do is defend. I haven't seen my team defend. I grew up supporting United under Ferguson's era when I was young. We did not defend. We are counter-attacking football team that plays the best out of the best. Our wingers always been the wicked wingers in the world.
Right. Jex, I've heard you say don't say that. Tell me why.
Why should Matic be starting, bro? Matic is his prime times was at Chelsea. How many years ago? If we're really still relying on Matic in 2021 to be playing, we have problems. I would personally choose Scott over Matic. However, Amok brings up a good point. We don't have a defensive midfielder. That's why we have to maybe bring in Matic or maybe a Scott. We don't have Ndidi, a Declan Rice, that type of defensive midfielder that can do it by themselves. Just one pivot. We don't need two. We just need one. And I don't have faith in anyone to be that number one pivot for us. So again, that's what I said before. Transfer market is the issue.
And that's what I sorry to interrupt. That's why
Say that again?
I was thinking, yeah, if Scott could give his legs to Matic, yeah, then I think we'd be fine. But it's not possible. You know what I mean? It's true.
That's true, though. That's true.
And Scott has never been a defensive midfielder. I think Scott's actually got a decent shot at him, but I feel like we're not using our players properly, man. I just like this Pogba one just gets on my nerves, man. I just don't understand how you put our best player out wide. Like, I just don't understand. I just don't get it.
I know, but it's because we haven't bought a right winger for 7 years. Since Valencia, we haven't got a right winger.
Hold on, but hold on. Why did he buy Daniel James then? I don't understand. Please explain.
Don't discredit Daniel James.
And how many managers have we had since 7 years ago to correct that mistake for us as a club? Because no one individual, we can all blame Oli, but this is something that's been going on for 7 years. So we could all blame Oli for most of the things that we're going through right now, but just the setup. Thank God we've got a new system to the club itself. I hope this works out how we want it to work out. Let's give them a chance. The new organization, the new structure. Let's give them a chance. But it's been 7 years. We're struggling to start in the positions, and we shouldn't have. We all unite.
I think that whole Fletcher and who's the other guy? I don't know his name. What's his name?
Oh, John Murtaugh. John Murtaugh. I don't blame you.
James, I like you, you know. It's like me.
I'm sorry, that's a cheap option. I think that's pathetic. I'm sorry, but I just feel like it was something to keep us happy. But I ain't happy, bro. I don't want them to. What? When did Fletcher study to be a technical director? I don't like.
What's waiting for this? All this, like, how many years? Almost 3 to 4 years. Us waiting. What's the point?
Yeah,
to give us Fletcher.
Yeah, but if you're gonna get, let's get someone that's been there, has got the CV.
Credentials. That's what I said. The CV works. CV works. Credentials. Like, we getting people who credentials. I don't know. All I can say is sentiment. That's what I said before.
Yeah, sentiment.
We as a club using sentiment to do our employment, and trust me, that rhymes sentiment employment. But doing that, trust me, is all. Remember I said it. All we're gonna do is lay foundation. What comes after foundation? The whole structure, right?
Yeah.
Every manager comes and he's just gonna lay us foundation, and I haven't seen that changed since Ferguson left us. Van Gaal came and gave us his own foundation.
Yeah.
Mourinho came and gave us his own foundation. All he's doing, what he's trying to do, which I don't even understand.
I just think it's a sideways step. It's just one of them ones like we're giving people work experience at a top club. It's very scary, you know. It is scary.
It's also scary to give someone work experience at a top club, you know. Like,
like Man City, they don't play. They went to Barcelona's team. Was it Soriano and the other one? I don't know what the other one was called. They brought them to Man City, and look, I think they've not spent any higher than 65 million on a player. Yeah, us. How many players have we spent over 65 million?
So many. And it's all mistakes, bro.
1 billion, over £1 billion, bro. And we're no closer to the top. 1 million. Oh my goodness.
We are still three years behind Man City and Liverpool. I don't care even if we get to win the Premier League by mistake.
Yeah.
In terms of structure, we are still 3 years behind them two clubs.
Yeah.
We're gonna move it on straight up.
Go.
We're gonna move it on to the Premier League roundup, of course. Seeing our team, of course, beating Brighton. We had Liverpool versus Liverpool versus Arsenal. Getting their ass whooped by the Scousers, 3-0. Also, Leicester versus Manchester City. Leicester losing to City 2-0. The City still haven't lost a game in the longest time. We also had Tottenham drawing 2-2 against Newcastle. Who else am I missing? Chelsea getting fresh 5-2.
Chelsea
getting that Samba football from Sam Allardyce 5-2. we're gonna go straight into that game that we want to talk about: the Scousers versus the Arsenals, the North Londons. Oh, Liverpool beating Arsenal 3-0 with Arsenal failing to lay a glove on Liverpool, failing to touch the ball. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Absolutely shocking performance from Arsenal. Guys, I'm going to throw it straight to you guys. I'm going to ask you about your opinion on that game for those who happen to have watched the game. What did you think of that game versus Arsenal versus Liverpool? And how Liverpool played?
It was one of Arsenal's worst performances in a very long time, you know. Liverpool bullied them. I felt sorry for Arsenal. Liverpool literally just passed the ball as they liked. Fabinho was quick to clamp Arsenal as soon as they got the ball. Like, Arsenal were just helpless. Jota came on and made a difference. I knew that as soon as Liverpool would get one, they'd get another because they'd been knocking on the door for a good 1 hour. So, I don't know. Arsenal are just looking like a mid-table team at the moment. I don't see them getting into Europe. Boy, they got moved to. Good game to watch, though. Very good game to watch.
With Arsenal, they're undecided. They don't know whether they want to be on the first page of the Premier League or on the second page. 1 week they're on the first page, the next week they're on the second page, and they just keep flip-flopping, pop, 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 all the time. Yeah, but that game, Ems, I'm sure you probably catch a little bit of that game or watch the highlights. Arsenal failing to do nothing, Liverpool piping them up. What did you think about that?
Do you know what's mad, right? I don't even think Liverpool played to their best, you know, and they managed to beat Arsenal 3-0. And they didn't have a lot of their first team playing Liverpool when they still managed to keep a clean sheet. Like, who their centre back? What was the partnership? It was Nat Phillips, was it? And that guy they got from Schalke. And
the new guy, Kozak or something like that.
Yeah, Lacazette non-existent. Aubameyang seemed like he cared more about his hair.
Correction, lack of threat.
Yeah, like a threat. Yeah, that's right. Like a threat.
That rhymes.
Aubameyang seemed like he cared more about his hair.
Yeah, trust me.
Like, he wanted to keep his hair neat. And for what I see, Alisson could have sat down and drank a couple cans of beer because he had nothing to do. Literally.
You know what? Yeah, Alisson had time to do his mustache and things like that. Yeah, I don't even know what it's.
I clocked after the match, you know. They got new shape up and that new looks.
I think someone forgot to tell me that Movember was last New Year, fam. I don't know. It's got a long way to go until he does that. And let's talk about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's haircut. You know? What's he thinking?
No, he's one of them players that you can't take his lifestyle away from him. He's always been a show boy, like. So me seeing him that way, the only thing I asked is that hair, bro? Because I know I've got long hair. And I had my hair since I was young. So you can't get that hair in less than 2-3 weeks.
No chance.
His hair like that. So that's the only thing I asked was his hair, bro.
Yeah, because he grew that real quick, fam.
That's bro.
Yeah. I know you're rich and you can buy expensive rich man cream, to get a beard the following day. But nah, fam.
No. My man's hair was all the way there. I've had my hair since I was 17. And I'm 29 now. So my hair is really that long. But Aubameyang is overnight. I want to know what the secret behind that, though.
Can I ask guys an open question, yeah? Whoever wants to answer first, feel free. With Arsenal being first page, second page, cementing 10th place for the whole entire season, what does this mean for Arteta? Do you see him still having his job the following season if it stays like this, or will he lose his job eventually?
But I personally feel, are they still in the Europa League?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I personally feel, I think to be honest, the board are probably holding on to the fact that they're still in the Europa League and they think, in their opinion, they can do something. But I believe if he gets knocked out the Europa League, boy, I think it'd be very hard to keep his job. And if he does, for the start of next season, he needs to start the season strongly. Otherwise, there'll be real questions to be asked. Do you know what I'm saying?
I get that. Honestly speaking, I feel like if this continues, and they probably buy him and allow him because obviously Arsenal haven't really strengthened and really invested in the club, so they can probably give him that's an excuse for him. But if he continues like this next season, I can only see him probably losing the job within the first 2 months of the new season. James, do you have anything to add to that, or Anamuk?
All I gotta say is Arsenal as a club themselves, they need to invest in players. If you want to let the manager keep his job, because I still think he's a very good manager, he's probably ain't got the right players at the right time. But if you're gonna keep him for the following season, make sure you give him decent budget that he can get not just normal players, but very good quality players that can compete with Aubameyang type. Because Arsenal actually, like I've said before, it's just flip flop. First page, second page, first page, second page. It's been going on for a very long time. Arsenal used to be our rival, but right now we don't even rival Arsenal. So the club itself is going down the drain. It's like every season they're taking one step backwards. Last season they was in the first half of the table. This season they might end up 10th or 9th or even further down. But I feel like they gotta do something special. The manager is right, but the owners need to spend more money bringing decent players. Arsenal haven't got that much of a quality players.
Moving on to the other game with Samba Football. Sam Analyze doing a number on Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge, which meant that Thomas Tuchel finally lost and got packed in because remember he was going so many games unbeaten with conceding goals, and he's now conceded 5 goals. Thiago Silva getting sent off on his return. Whoa. Jegs, did you happen to watch that match? Because you love watching football games, you know.
I do, but I missed that one, because
You missed that one.
I expected it to be a dead game. I'm not going to lie, but I saw Match of the Day and I saw West Brom. They put on that green and yellow and they were moving like Brazil, I feel like Chelsea will bounce straight away. They will bounce back straight away. The amount of clean sheets that they've held recently is showing me that they've got something good going at the moment. And their heads just dropped, accompanied with the red card. Their heads dropped and that was a write-off type of game. But I still feel like Chelsea will come back stronger and they'll be knocking on the door for the top 4. They may get it, you never know.
All right. So, Ems, we've got Leicester. We're moving to another. Leicester losing against Man City. Man City are just clearing themselves off in first place. And we've got also Leicester losing, meaning that we are a bit more better in terms of cementing our second place. What do you think of that Leicester against Manchester City game? What does it mean for Man City as well?
It just means it strengthens their hold on the top to win the title, which everyone probably knows. It's a foregone conclusion. We already know they're due to be champions, which is fine. Leicester, do you know Leicester? Yeah, they've done very well because they've got a very good coach. Very good coach. Yeah, but for me, I feel like if Leicester can get the top 4, that'll be an excellent season. I think Brendan Rodgers should be contender of manager of the season, in my opinion. I think with the player, I honestly feel, I don't want to go back to it, but I honestly feel if we saw Rodgers and Oli went Leicester, I think you'll see a big difference, in my opinion. I think we'll be closer to City, in my opinion.
That's true.
I said that before.
That's true. That's true.
If Oli was Leicester's manager, I don't think
they'll get relegated.
I didn't make that comparison, but I wanted.
They'll get relegated, just like Cardiff got relegated. They'll get relegated.
Yeah, and then if he's sacked, who's taking him though?
I'll be very honest with you guys. If you guys are watching, if Oli was to get sacked, I don't see him getting a top quality job ever again. I would probably see him getting a championship team or go back to Norway. I don't even think Modo wants him back because I heard his second spell, he didn't like him. They wanted him out. So yeah, I don't know, man. You're right.
He said trophy boosts his ego, though, innit? That's what he said.
Yeah, I thought Chelsea measures success, but I don't know what he's on. I play football to win trophies, but I don't know what he's on, bro. I really
They
don't know.
can't even
what
get to the final.
I know.
You can't get to a final.
What do you expect from a guy who's been using his whole entire football career sitting on a bench, happy to be second fiddle, happen to be side dish, happens to be happy to be Nando's rice, happy to be what's it called, corn on the cob, You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect from someone like that? You shouldn't expect much. Let me move on to you because we had Spurs drawing 2-2 against Newcastle. I believe Newcastle was winning at first, right? And Spurs coming back. Jose Mourinho pulling some miracles, pulling strings, but again, still dropping points. What did you think of that game?
It's the same boat. Individual brilliance. Without Mourinho's players, them top players that he's got, I don't feel Tottenham doing nothing. Because the football they play is terrible. From Poch type of football to what I'm seeing these days, it's terrible. So, like you said, Mourinho was able to play magic, and the magic came in the form of his plays that his guy is given, which I think he's got some very good plays, but just the way they play, I don't see them doing anything good this season though. They might not even fit cup. They might not even go the Europa if they don't careful.
It's true. Okay, guys, and of course we reached my favorite part of the show, which is Game of the Week. This is the part where everyone tells us what their Game of the Week was and why as well. Of course, let me start straight up. My blood class second team, Arsenal! Again, Arsenal losing 3 goals to Liverpool, not being able to do nothing, man. We did nothing. Guys, as well, if you guys are new, I am also a part-time Arsenal fan. So when I do this, I speak like I'm an Arsenal fan, wearing an Arsenal jersey. So, blood fam, you get me, blood? We're shit. We're absolutely shit. We're so shit. 10th, 9th, 10th. I don't know what we want to do. 11, Arteta out. Couldn't score against Liverpool. How can we have the shortest man on the pitch score a header against us as well, Gabriel was doing so well until the second half. Then he lost his head. I don't know what was going on.
He got bullied.
You know what? Yeah, all I've got to say is that, bro, again and again, Arteta out all the time. Arteta out, man. And Firmino, yo, shit, fam. Big up Diego Jota and Trent, bro. They did a thing against us, bro. We'll forever try and remain in the second page of the Premier League. That was my game of the week, guys. Game of the week, Arsenal versus Liverpool. Because why? I just love seeing Liverpool. I love seeing Liverpool lose, but I also love seeing Arsenal lose to watch AFTV. And this time we had troops. Thank you for coming back briefly to go back to America. I'm going to pass it on to our guest, Ems. Let us know who your game of the week was. Before I agree, we got Liam 07 saying that Ollie is done for not playing Van der Beek. Listen, Liam, Ollie's been done for the things he's done. Like, I agree with you. Ems, what was your game of the week?
I would say West Brom against Chelsea. Nobody expected West Brom to score 5 goals. I don't think they've ever scored 5 goals in the Premier League, as far as I know. So yeah, it just makes the battle for relegation even more interesting because obviously I actually thought if Fulham would have beat Aston Villa, I thought they have a chance of
staying up.
Yeah. But now I don't know, man. But the way Newcastle are playing, Fulham have got a chance. But back to the West Brom game, and that Pereira guy, I think West Brom go down, there'll be a few takers for him. I'll tell you that.
He looks like a good talent as well, Pereira. Yeah, he did a thing against Chelsea. We also had that Robertson that scored 2 goals. 2 quality goals, Not gonna lie to you. Robertson scored 2 quality goals, man. Well, very dirty. Jez, I'm gonna move it straight up to you. What was your game of the week?
That was an easy one for me. It was the Liverpool versus Arsenal game. It was simply just entertaining to see Arsenal collapse and the way they collapsed in the second half, Obviously, Liverpool aren't a team I'd like to see win, but pride aside, it was a very good and entertaining game to watch. Jota done his thing, scored 2 goals. Salah, they could have scored 4 or 5, against Arsenal. That's how bad they were, especially in the second half. It'll be interesting to see how Arsenal come back from this defeat in their next game still. But yeah, that's my game of the week: Liverpool versus Arsenal.
And what was your game of the week?
Based on result, I was gonna say Chelsea, but I didn't watch. I watched the highlights of match of the day, but definitely the Arsenal match. Watched from the start to the end. For me, it was the best match to watch this weekend. And to be honest with you, I haven't seen Arsenal play this terrible since I started. I can't remember the last time I saw it. It's been almost a decade. This is the worst performance. First half was too much. Like I keep asking, is this Arsenal? Like that football, like Jake said, we don't want to say Liverpool did the thing. Obviously, there are ups and that, but because we love this sport called football, comes up to Liverpool, they done though. They literally took the piss out of Arsenal, and it was a very good match to watch. I beg you not go watch the highlights. Or if you got a chance, watch 30 minutes highlights. It's a very good match to watch.
Cool. We have Liam07 here. Is that do you think Ronaldo might come back? Would love to see him in red for one more season. I'm gonna throw that question to you, since you're the special guest. You know, like, what do you think?
Personally, I don't think he should come back because even if under Oli, he ain't gonna get the service. He's gonna be frustrated. He probably get sent off because just frustrated lack of service. For me, he's had his legs set at United. I don't want him to come back and ruin it. I want to remember.
Thank you.
We had that 17, 18, all the way to his, I think, 24, 25 years old. So let me just remember that. I don't want him to come back and his legacy is tarnished. So, nah, I'm sorry.
And Amok, what do you think about that? Do you think Ronaldo might come back?
I don't think he's going to come back. And if he ever do come back, come help the club, come be part of the organization, but not to kick ball with us.
And Jez, what about you? What do you think?
It makes zero sense to bring it back now. We've been flirting with the idea for maybe 5 years. It's too late now. Do you want to bring him back when he's 45? Let's look forward. If we sign Ronaldo, for me, it just shows the lack of football insight within our club. You know, it's not a smart move. Not now.
Big up, Red A team. Yes, man, like Shops. Yes, Viva, like Ronaldo. Big up Shops. So, Shops, who is a big time Ronaldo lover. Yeah, he says he won't come back. You know, a big time Ronaldo lover saying that he won't come back. Unfortunately, people don't think he'll come back. I think he's more likely to go back to Real Madrid than come back to Manchester United. Let's move on straight up to the next topic, which is, of course, the match preview against Granada, the Europa League on Thursday at 8 p.m. Playing away in the first leg. Of course, I'm gonna go straight to you guys because I feel like this is a game where we should win. You know, it's a definite definite first leg win to go into the second leg to win at Old Trafford. I don't see us struggling, but then again, we do struggle in terms of creating chances. We do struggle in terms of having a good performance. After what we've just seen recently, I still feel that we'll win, probably by individual brilliance, as it always has been. Amok, what do you think about that game?
I definitely think we are going to win. Like, this is where the badge counts. We're not playing any of. We just played AC Milan. He's got a very good reputation in Europe, and we came out leading. So it would be a shame to see us getting kicked out by Grenada. It would be a shame. So this way, I see the badge comes first than any other thing. It's definite win. We need to win both games.
Ems, what about you? What do you think about that game against Granada?
Simple. We have to win. If we don't win, bro, there's got to be some serious questions being asked, in my opinion. As far as concerned, where Granada in the league, in La Liga, is it 10th or 8th? I don't really know. But
I don't even know.
In my opinion, to be fair, we shouldn't even be in this Europa League in the first place. How can a team? I'm sorry,
True, that's true.
I'm sorry, we shouldn't, finish third in our group. And they say, oh, yeah, well done, third. We'll give the Europa League spot. I don't believe in that. Once you finish third and fourth, you're out, done. Like, it's dumb. It's like, it's ridiculous. Like, so for me, now that we're in it, we have to win it. If we don't win this year, mate, like I told you earlier, his position needs to be reviewed. I'm not covering this about progress. But to stay in a top club, you need to win trophy. We don't act like a big club. And I realized that. And look, Real Madrid, Barcelona got standards, yeah? If you don't win a trophy, bro, you're gone. Gone. Yeah? When you stop it, and for me, the Oli inners, yeah, they cannot separate the player.
Correction. Oli sexuals.
Yeah, Oli sexuals. That's the good one. Yeah, they can't separate the player and the manager. You have to look him as a manager. Forget the player. Yeah? Works.
True.
Back to the Europa. I'm sorry, simple. We have to win. End of story. If we don't win this, mate, then there's serious mental problem at the club.
Before I pass it on to you, Jez, let me just big up Liam 07 and said we're gonna choke in the semis again. Just watch. And of course, the team said that we will win. I'm very confident it will be comfortable.
Liam, let's be optimistic a little bit. I'm just saying to Liam, let's be optimistic a little bit. I hate seeing us coming out of competition in the semis. I want to see us go finals. See what final fools that with Oli for once.
And just before, I'm going to pass on to you, Jegs. Just what do you think about that game against Grenada?
I had a quick look at what they were saying in La Liga, and they're a mid-table team. They've lost their last 2 games. For me, if we don't beat this team, Oli needs to get sacked. 100%. Simply because we had the chance to be in a semi-final in the FA Cup against, who was that dead team that's in the FA Cup? Who did Leicester draw in the semi-final?
Southampton.
That was our ticket to the FA Cup final, and we fluffed it. So this is Ollie's last chance. He has to win that game.
Before we move on to the next topic, guys, well, of course, we've heard Liam is saying, have you heard about that David De Gea might leave? You know, honestly, I've came across it on the weekend of that David De Gea might leave, to have Henderson in goal. And again, this is where the club's going really wrong, like in life, you know, especially what they want to do. To let David De Gea leave for Henderson, who you have only seen for like, a couple of games. And is this what you're going to do? You know, I don't understand this, Manchester United. They want to go, you know. You know, like I always say, the devil that I know is better than the devil that I don't know. No. I don't know Dane Henderson, fam. I don't know him. I know David De Gea, you know, and I'm comfortable with David De Gea, you know. David De Gea, we still owe to David De Gea. We still owe David De Gea because he could have left us and won 3 Champions Leagues, you know. And when those teams were winning 3 Champions League, he was having the best time of his life.
One player this season, 3 times in a row. Manchester United. So we shouldn't forget that as well, though.
You get me? Dean Henderson should be, Dean Henderson should be staying behind and getting mental by Henderson. He should be second fiddle, you know? Definitely.
I agree.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I just said I agree. David De Gea, he is still our number 1. And I feel like some fans are having this argument or this debate as it's either David De Gea or Henderson. No, let's have 2 good goalkeepers. We've seen the improvement in David De Gea this season since Henderson's come in. David De Gea knows if he messes up, Henderson can step in. So let's keep both of them. But for me, David De Gea is still our number 1. So Henderson can stay and play cup games. But for Premier League and Champions League, I want to see David De Gea, 100%.
Definitely, guys. And we moved up to the other part, which is the match preview against those Pum Spurs that beat us 6-1, guys, at Old Trafford in the first game. It is time for us to get our revenge back. Hopefully, we will pack them in because, of course, my man loves to park the bus where we like to play counter-attacking football. So I'm a bit confused now. He likes to park the bus. We like to play counter-attacking football. So if he's parking the bus, how are we going to counter?
And guess what happens? We always going to find it hard against Mourinho. Only plays better football than managers that set the team up to play possession football. We play good. That's where we get to break against these teams. But against Mourinho, it's going to be difficult for us to break because he packed the bus. And Oli don't know how to set up his team to break teams up.
Low block, and that's what Mourinho likes.
And Mourinho like playing teams like us.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'm not even. I just hope to get what I got yesterday from United.
Ems, I'm gonna switch you the game against Spurs. It is at Spurs, which again it doesn't really matter. Mm-hmm. We're playing them again, the returning leg after losing 6-1. How do you feel that match might go?
Well, I think whoever takes their chances wins. Whoever scores first wins, because clearly, if Tottenham score, then boy, I can't see us breaking up that wall. He's gonna have the double-decker bus, the coach, the whatever you want to call it, kitchen sink, everything blocking the goal, bro. So for me, I feel like we have to score first. If we score first, then there's gaps for us to exploit, because you know we're counter-attack FC and good vibes FC and good luck FC. So I don't know. Like for me, I just want the season. Do you know what? Yeah, for me, this season feels like a write-off. I know we're in Europa League, but I just feel like I'm done with this season. Like I don't know about you lot, but I'm done with this season. Like I'm not excited to watch my club play football. I don't know. Sometimes it wastes my electricity and my Sky subscription and all that. Like it hurts, you know. But hopefully we can get. I think we can get the win though. All in all.
Yes, and I'm. You already spoken it. You had your word.
I'm listening to what Ems was saying.
And what about you, Jegs? How do you feel like this match will go?
Bro, for me, regardless of the result, I just need to see a performance, because the boys owe the fans. Because after that 6-1, that was a sad evening. I remember I had to go. People at work were bantering me about that defeat. My friends were bantering me about that defeat. So, to me, the players just need to roll their socks up and give us a 100% effort. 100, just give us everything. I'm not worried about the result. They just need to give us everything, and we should get our revenge. We should win if they do that.
The only positive about that weekend was Liverpool losing 7-2 as well.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You covered it, innit?
Yeah.
We got Liam saying that we are a better team compared to the last game against Spurs. We will be fine, hopefully. Liam, I feel
what you're saying, though.
True. Fine.
Yeah, true.
You got red a team since Sir Ferguson retired. If we didn't have the here, we would have been relegated by now. We owe it to him to keep him over Henderson's. To me, it's disrespectful. I feel you on that. And we've got Liam saying, I feel M's United frustrate me. You know, honestly, they frustrate all of us, Liam.
Like, do you know, for me, yeah, I like a performance, like, and I think I can count on my probably 3-4 games we've had a great performance. The PSG game, the Leeds United game, the Man City game, and I think that's pretty much I can remember on top of my head. Other than that, everything's been painful.
Honestly,
that's kind of true.
That's absolutely true. That's the only games that I probably enjoyed the most. Those games, the PSG,
Man City,
Leeds,
because of these 6.
Leeds,
you get me?
Southampton 9-0 thrashing. You know, that was the only enjoyable game where we dominated.
Honestly. Red Bull Leipzig first leg.
Oh yeah,
that's Leipzig.
The first game.
But that's
not many. You guys are right. Not many.
It's actually shameful though. We're sitting here, we go think. We should just say names. If the team did week in, week out. So for us to even think about teams that we did well against, it's just shameful.
Before we wrap up the match preview for this game, starting lineup, Amok.
Starting lineup for the match preview this game.
What would you like your starting lineup to be?
I want Deja to be starting on the goal, and obviously Bay is out, so it's gonna be Lindelof and Maguire, Wan-Bissaka. I would love to see Telles. We should be having wonderful time. I want to see Shaw rest a little bit and see Telles come in and do something different. And to be honest, as well, I want to see Cavani up front.
Right up front, and are you done with that? And James, what are you?
Not much difference from what we started against Brighton with. I would like to see Cavani stay out there, and maybe give Rashford a rest and bring Martial on the left, because like I've been saying, boys, Martial for me isn't a striker. I want to see him on the left-hand side. He enjoys to come in from there. So for me, that'll be a good opportunity to see Martial play against Tottenham on the left.
No, it's an interesting thing that you said there about Martial. Martial did score 24 goals last season up front. That's fine. I hear that's your opinion. You don't feel like he is. Sometimes I feel like he's not a striker.
I
Sometimes
like him when he comes from the left as well. He dribbles good.
So I'm going to move it up to you. What would your starting 11 be against Spurs?
It's a mad one because I feel like if David De Gea starts in goal for us on Thursday, then now what? Are you relegating him to be a cup goalkeeper now? A Europa League keeper, and then Henderson's number one in the Premier League. I'm not keen on it. No, we have to think about it because you know what?
We have to.
Yeah, it's damn if we do, damn if we don't. If De Gea don't play, Henderson plays, then they're gonna say De Gea's now been dropped for good. Yeah. If De Gea plays, then it's like, oh, is he now the cup goalkeeper? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So Solskjaer needs to just keep it, 100 and just say, right, who's your number one? Bam, bam, bam. I've got two number ones. Like, shut up, man.
Yeah, it don't really make sense.
Yeah. So anyways, I ideally, if De Gea played the last game, I would have said Henderson, innit? But all right, let's go with De Gea. There, Wan-Bissaka, because we ain't got no competition at right back. What's his name? Victor and the fridge centre back. Left back we'll have Alex Telles, because I feel like Luke Shaw, because Luke Shaw's body, innit?
He got a rest.
Huh?
Luke Shaw got a rest. He's been playing
his body in it. His body is a bit, like he got the Ray Rooney physique in it, so he needs to, you know what I mean. I think Matic needs to play. True. And I'll say Pogba and Fernandes. Out wide, who would I have out wide? I'll have to go sadly. Daniel James sadly, and then I'll have I would have Greenwood up front and play Ahmad, but that ain't gonna happen. So I think Cavani will go up front, and then Cavani up front, then Greenwood will go to the right. In my opinion.
No problem, guys. So everyone think that we should win. And before we wrap up the show, of course, guys, I just want to ask you guys a question. Something that I would like to introduce now. I will just ask a random question. I'm going to ask you, everyone, the same question. Your Manchester United all-time favorite goal scorer?
To be honest with you, it's hard for me to say, but I would just mention one name because when I was younger, that's one person actually made me love United. Boy, Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yes.
My generation, when I actually started watching football, that's the guy that made me love the club even 10 times better. Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy for Mook. Ems, what about you?
It's mad, yeah. Because I think, you're right on the aspect, but we wasn't successful when we had him. If that makes sense. So
you just won a couple of years with him.
One Premier League, I think, with him, yeah. I think him or Andy Cole. Andy Cole's underrated, in my opinion.
Sure. I didn't watch him too late.
And what about you, Jex? Who's your favorite all-time Manchester United goal scorer?
Andy Cole all day, man. Andy Cole was dirty with it. He was dirty with it still. I liked Andy.
I really did love Van Nistelrooy, especially his finishing. He was the one for me, man. We've got Red A team saying Rooney, Liam as well, Rooney any day, and second RVP. I feel you guys respect that, guys.
I respect Rooney though.
Yes, no, I respect Rooney too, because he's the all-time leading goal scorer for England and Manchester United.
Rude boy got special.
He's not a killer though. I wouldn't say he's a killer.
True that. I agree with that.
Rude boy got a special goal first though. Rude boy had it.
Yes.
He got bullied by Arsenal still.
No problem. Guys, of course, thank you for watching because we have come to the end of the show. It is the sad part about the show when we just have to end things. But we'll be back again next week, Of course, it's the part where I plug in the guys and so to let you know exactly where you can find them. I'm going to start with my right-hand partner, Mook. Where can the people find you?
_16 on Instagram.
And Ems, where can the people find you?
Instagram, ems.w.doms.
And Jegs United, where can the people find you?
So I'm just in the comments. Instagram, Jegs_United.
Yes, and of course, Liam, thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Remember to share, remember to subscribe,
thank you, Liam.
smash that like button, let people know about
Shops,
Red United
big
TV.
up shops, what you say?
Shops. And of course, guys, you know where you can find me. You can find me here live and direct every Monday in your face, on your screen, on your mobile phone, on your TV, whatever device you're using. Of course, you can find me here. Remember, you can also find me on a Wednesday on Bits and Bob with the United podcast every Wednesday, 8 p.m. as well. And of course, guys, remember to follow me, my socials, which is Ivorian_Spice across the whole socials for the Twitter and also the Snapchat. Remember to follow the official Instagram account of Red United TV, which is Red United TV 1, baby. And of course, the official TikTok account, which is Red United TV. And remember to smash that like, remember to subscribe, remember to share. And of course, guys, ladies, of course, remember, I don't want them to hear them, you know. Yeah. Just remember to share to your ex-boyfriend and also your current boyfriend, also your past boyfriend. And when you share them the link and they ask you, what is this? Tell them that you found a guy that can do it way better than them. Way better than them. Of course. Yes. And of course, guys, peace and love, and we will see you next time. Peace out.